back. This is SD with another run tonight. We're gonna go for our 7th consecutive win on this current streak, and the ship we rolled to do it with is quite bad. One of the worst ships in the game, Slug B. It's definitely the weakest of the 3 Slug ships. It's a boarding ship. The most noteworthy thing about it, you've got no medical unit of any kind. You don't have a med bay, you don't have a clone bay to start with. It'll go in this room when you eventually get one. If you do get one, you can actually play the whole game without one and get 4 special systems, which is kind of cool, but you'd generally rather just get a medical unit. The way that you get around this is that you have this healing bomb. This is kind of a joke weapon. Usually you just sell for 20 scrap. But on Slug B, it's kind of essential. You need this to heal your crew at all. One of the other problems with this ship is it's a boarding ship, but slugs are not really great boarding crew. You know, the other boarding ships mostly have like mantises or crystals or, you know, crew that are actually good at fighting. Slugs are, you know, they're not as bad as NGs or Zoltans, but they're not particularly good at fighting, and if the enemy has mantises or rocks or something like that, they're quite difficult to defeat. The good thing about this ship is you've got an Artemis missile. This is a really, really strong boarding support weapon. You can use it to snipe weapons, to buy you time to win. You can use it to take out med bays. You can use it for all kinds of fun stuff. And, you know, this weapon is quite good and you can keep it for the entire run, really. The other advantages that it's got, you do have level 2 weapons, unlike most boarding ships. So you can actually, if you get like a conventional weapon, you can actually start using it right away. It's similar to Mantis C in that regard. But Mantis C is a much stronger ship because it's got a 4-person teleporter instead of a 2-person teleporter. And their crew are actually good at boarding. So let's get started. What you generally want to do with this ship is you want to get a clone bay. And hey, we have our forced stores. What the fuck is this? Are you fucking joking? I'm speechless. This is the worst Sector 1 I've ever seen. There is literally just a straight path. The only way we're going to get any jumps beyond going to is we'll have to go down to this nebula and then bounce all around it and then go back up. That is awful. Okay, I've recovered from my, well, not really. I've sort of started to calm myself over this utterly atrocious start. We have to go to the store. Now, the one good thing here is, if this store has a clone bay, we can get it immediately, because we can sell Slug Repair Gel for 30 scrap, and the Heal Bomb for 20. So, that is a thing that we can do. And since we have no choice but to go to this store, we'll see whether that's the case. They have a med bay. If they had a clone bay, I would definitely do this. I'm not sure this is worth it for a med bay. The med bay is significantly weaker than the clone bay for boarding support. It doesn't give you it doesn't give you the ability to board auto scouts. You still need to get level 2 teleporter for that. It doesn't provide you with security in the fact that your slugs are... The thing is, we'd have to sell the heal bomb for this. And the thing is, if I board into a ship that has really strong anti-boarding crew, my medbay doesn't help me at all. Because if they lose over on the other ship, they're dead. The medbay does nothing for them. If it were a clone bay, I could board into, you know, mantises and rocks or whatever. Sure, we'd lose the first time, but whatever, we'd clone them and come back. So I think I'm going to not get this, because we would have to sell the heal bomb. I'm going to just sell the slug repair gel instead. Let's look at the map and make sure we're not getting forced into yet another store, because I could easily see the game doing that. I'd like to get my shields up right away, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of worried about the possibility that, say, this jump is another store, and if that's there and that does have a clone bay, I'm going to take this one jump just to see whether or not that's the case. If it isn't, if that's not a store, then I will get my shields up. It's not. Okay, good. That's an anti-combat drone, not a... It's an anti-combat drone, not a defensive drone, so it can't block our missiles. The bad thing, of course, here is they're running away and they have weapons that can hurt us. We're actually going to leave my weapons guy in here, and then we might be able to knock their weapons out. Should I move you down here? I'd actually like to keep you here. Let's see if we can kill this system repair drone. God damn it. That's about the worst possible first round result we could have had there. We didn't hit their weapons and they hit ours. Like, I want to board my weapons guy as soon as possible. I need to hit the medbay now. So we're gonna just have to take shots. We need to finish fixing this. Okay, well, we got one of them down. We can't finish fixing our shields, I think. We need to do runaround stuff to buy us time. I'm worried that Nathan here may just die. Fuck it, I need to warp him back. I was certain they were going to shoot my shields there. For fuck's sake, could you stop dodging everything? I think these people are going to get away. I need to heal, and that means they're pretty much certain to escape. Yeah, they've got away. So, that was a disastrous fight. We took 5 damage, we had doubled fleet pursuit, and we gained no scrap. Well, that was awful. Having the shield buffer would have been really, really nice there, and if it weren't for this terrible layout, I would have had the shield buffer in that. Because I would have been able to, like, have some actual freedom of maneuverability. But, instead this terrible layout has cost us again. That isn't a store, so I'm going to get this now. But, I mean, the big and we also used a bunch of missiles in that fight. So, this is just altogether completely atrocious. Teleporter. Okay, cool. We got another crew member. That's useful. You start in there right away. I can actually board with these two. Keeps my weapon charge up, and it means I don't lose all my dodge. And now we're going to jump down here, and we will have to take a few jumps, and then we will have to go back. Okay, we get free stuff. That's good. Charge the heal bomb, but let's vent these people as much as we possibly can. Ideally, we will completely vent them and thus not need to actually use a missile to heal our people. Okay, good. They're going that direction, so we should be able to vent them. There we go. We got 16 scrap for that, so that is pretty decent, and didn't cost us anything. We're just going to wait here for our oxygen to refill. I mean, this isn't even laid out in such a way. I mean, I guess we have to go like down here, and then we can get a couple more and then jump back. How many jumps before this gets taken over? It looks like I have... Yeah, I've got 4 jumps to be back here. So what, 1, 2, 3... I could possibly do an extra one because one's in the nebula, but I'm not going to risk that. So I'm getting basically these 3 jumps. This is awful. Like, normally I would be completely safe by this fight, but of course I haven't been able to get my shields up because we didn't get scrap from that stupid forward scout. At least these people don't have any ability to heal. So it should be a fairly simple matter of knocking this off. Okay, cool, we're safe now. We're just going to vent this rock, we're not even bothering to fight him in person. And you two get over there, and you two should win this. Like to send more boarders over. Let's kite them. These guys will take suffocation damage as they're running through vented rooms, but whatever. Get back to doors. You guys board into shields, and that way they'll prioritize defending that. And then we'll use a heal bomb to heal everyone after this. There, and out. We're not going to get another store this sector, so let's just get our shields up. We can't actually do that safely. Kind of need to do this. The ship also is kind of low on power, and it becomes a problem when you get your second shield. Okay, we've got an outpost. That's very good. What's not very good is that they have really, really strong weapons. I was going to say what's not really good with their weapons, but actually their weapons are really good, and that's very much the problem. We need to Artemis missile their weapons. We're going to board them in... should have boarded shields. Board in O2, I guess. They do lose the speed up time there, so we might be able to knock the burst 2 offline before it fires. Did that. That's going to pull their pilot as well, which is useful. Let's keep this just for a moment. Are we going to win these 2? Gonna board one more guy. No, we'll board them both of them. Be a bit aggressive. Scrap and 12. This is what happens, by the way, if you if you kill a ship and your teleporter is smashed and all your crew are over there, you just find your crew find a shuttle and it brings you back. I was worried about it putting me in that room with the oxygen out, because that could have killed my two crew who were quite low on health, but fortunately there was still some in there. We really need another power bar. I'm buying one. Do we definitely have enough space for this? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Jumping here to here is not any different from jumping here to here. Demands surrender. We can't let these people run away. It will double the fleet pursuit, so we must stop them from fleeing. What we're going to do, we're going to let this person board us, and then we're going to board with our two guys. And that will pull their pilot. These weapons aren't too dangerous unless they bomb something important. Which they did, of course. So we'll do that. But this is a problem. It means we don't have a heal bomb. We're gonna just send more people over. Don't die. Stop venting. No, you don't do that. There we go. They have once again bombed my oxygen. Okay, thankfully it did not put my most wounded people in there. I would have been very unhappy if that had happened, considering that I don't have my heal bomb right now. Can you please refill? Thank you. Now we're going to have to go to the exit. We've made under 100 scrap in this sector. Admittedly, we still have the exit jump, but that might be nothing. I mean, boarding ships generally, it needs to be stated, probably need less scrap than most ships to win, because really all boarding ships need to win is they need, I mean, in this ship you need a clone bay, and all you otherwise need is something to disable systems, which we already have. We have an Artemis missile, and you need some way to deal with Zoltan shields. And you can survive with very minimal weapons. Ideally you want to get hacking as well, but you can delay that a few seconds. Well, I guess we'll take that. Are you fucking joking? These are two of the worst Sector 2 choices that we could have had after that atrocious Sector 1. I think our only option here is to go Uncharted, which really, really sucks. I wonder. I mean, the Uncharted Nebula is likely to be full of auto scouts that we need to use ammo to kill. The Zoltan's controlled sector is likely to be full of Zoltan shields, where we will need to use, to knock down a Zoltan shield, we need to fire 3 Artemis missiles, at least, per fight. And that's not sustainable. We'll get Rock 8, we'll just run out of missiles. But on the other hand, if they're all auto scouts, guess what? We really have to shoot missiles at them. Like, if we'd been able to get a clone bay, I'm still gonna have to do it, but this really, really sucks. Okay, we've got a rock ship. We can fight these people more easily. If I had more power, we could... Actually, here's what we're going to do here. Let's run level 2 shields. We can't run anything else right now. But the thing is, these weapons will only be synced on the first volley. So that happens. And then that. And now we don't need 2 shields anymore. Let's do this. We need an Artemis missile because we need to knock the med bay down. Of course, we also really need a heal bomb. I wonder if I should knock the med bay down first before boarding. I might do that. Alternately, actually, we could just board and kite them. That's probably the better option. We might even manage to break one of these weapons before they get in. Yeah, we did. The rocks are so slow that that happens. In this case, we don't need to use a missile. We're going to kite. So what we're going to do, we'll just run from one end of the ship to the other. The slow rocks will chase us and we'll waste our time. Run the shields. They'll prioritize defending shields over defending the med bay, so we'll warp you 2 into med bay to break it. These 2 just need to survive until they break the med bay. Oh, for God's sake, it's a level 2 med bay. Let's do this then. Swap you 2 in. Med bay's broken. In there. And we win this 4v2. Let's start charging the heal bomb. That was tricky, but we got out of it safely, and we did not need to use any missiles other than the one we're going to use here to heal. The problem with Uncharted Nebulas is they have very, very few stores. Probably the most likely places to find them will be here, which, at least if there are stores at these 3 beacons, it will be right at the end of the sector, so we'll have scrap. Just a moment. Alright. Seen that. I haven't seen this beacon, and I don't know whether we have any likelihood of ever being able to do so. Jump here and I'll decide the way I want to go. Well, this ship can't hurt me. That's a positive thing. But it is running away, and we're going to have to use a bunch of missiles. We'll need to use at least 4 missiles. I'm going to let those both hit so that there's no possibility of them colliding in the air. I'll actually do that throughout because I don't want to waste missiles. See, if I'd been able to get a clone bay, I could just board this ship, and it would be fine. And we're going to get a trash reward for this as well. Shoot them. I mean, we could upgrade our teleporter to level 2 to allow us to board auto scouts. Yeah, we got 8 scrap for that. The missiles that we fired to kill that ship were worth 24 scrap, by the way. But, you know, we don't want the rebel fleet doubling, and we have the missiles, we might as well use them. But, which direction do we want to go? I think we need to upgrade the teleporter to level 2 because this sector is likely to be full of auto scouts. And if we have to fight auto scouts, we could get a clone bay by selling these 2 things even right now, and we don't see a store yet. This is so annoying. if we go here, we're kind of forced into this top path. Like, I'd really like to find a store. And currently, we have no good way to see both sides of this sector. If we go this way, we're going to miss, like, these beacons here. If we go this way, we're going to miss these ones down here. Either one of them could contain the store. I think I'm going to skip the top bit. It looks like there's more jumps down here. We can also, like, take a bit of a back. We can sort of go like this through these non-nebula jumps and then towards the exit from the rear, and then there's a reasonable chance that we spot a non-nebula store. Oh, teleporter, blue option. We got a mantis. Okay, that's big. That's really, really big. We're going to use human and mantis as our boarding crew right now. So we have somebody who actually knows how to fight now. They're probably wondering why the fuck we don't have a med bay or any kind of medical unit. This ship's not too dangerous. Should we just start loading the heal back? We'll load this just because they might I don't know what bomb that is, and they might bomb our shields. But we're gonna warp 2 people over there. Kind of tempted to kite them. I confused them into not using the mantis on me. What bomb is this? Is that an ion bomb? I have confused them. Okay, it's a stun bomb. That's probably the best bomb it could have been. Two slugs can beat one mantis. Okay, we have, even though the first sector was an absolute trash fire, we have been getting crap loads of crew, and that's huge. We now have a rock and a mantis to be our main boarding team. That's very, very good. I mean, I'd rather 2 mantises, but the rock gives us blue options. I wonder if the play here is to get teleporter up to 3. Kind of feeling like it is. The rock is also quite useful if we want to board auto scouts. The extra hit points is really, really helpful. All crew types do the same amount of damage when they're attacking systems, so having somebody who just survives longer is really, really helpful. Get you into shields and you into there. I want another power bar. I mean, this is quite expensive and it would take me away from club base. I'm going to hold off for the moment. I'm going to buy another power bar so that I can power heal bomb the whole time more easily. I'm going to start moving this way now because that way if I don't see a store down here, I can sort of take this one, jump up, and potentially hit these 2 jumps. I'm not convinced that we will be able to do that, but well, we haven't seen a store down here. Let's go here and then hit these non-nebula jumps and then start curling up. I want to knock that out before I board. Yeah, like that could happen. Lose people. Okay, that's down permanently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I want to do then, the ship can't hurt me. I want to just minimize the number of missiles I have to use. So I'm going to board with these 2, smash their piloting, get them out, which we can do because we have a level 2 teleporter. Smashing this will also deal a point of damage. I mean, I could potentially... Oh, great, they have level 2 piloting. We'll have to do this twice, I think. Or are they going to manage to break it in one go? Now the problem here is normally if you had a clone bay, we would do, or if we'd got the med bay, we can heal them, but it's still not ideal. And if we had a clone bay, we could just have let them die, and they would break the rest of the ship. Here, we have to use the heal bomb to restore their health. But if we're going to do that, sending them to board again is no use. That's a heal bomb. That's a missile to do 1 damage, and we already have a missile that can do 2 damage. So we're going to do that instead. So we need to use 2 more missiles to win this fight. And this is a big problem with this ship. You just run out of missiles. You don't get many surrender offers because you're mostly boarding. The only things you're not boarding are auto scouts, and they never try to surrender. But at the same time, and of course we're having to fight more auto scouts because we were forced into an uncharted nebula. I didn't save crew positions. Get you in there. And one thing I could hope for is to just get a lot of blue options with micro, or alternately I could just hope that has a clone bay for sale. I'm going to go here first because we have a bit more flexibility, I think. Or do we? Nah, if I do that, it's going to be too early anyway. Shall I take these 2 jumps? Let's see, how many more do I have before the exit? It looks like 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can do that. And possibly hit this in between. Attack the pirate. Okay, this ship we can just kill. We'll take some damage from these weapons. We need to preserve missiles, though, and our crew are stronger than theirs. We'll just board into here immediately to start doing damage fast. They should only get to fire this flag once, maybe twice at most. Yeah, we take 1 damage, it doesn't matter. Yep. Got a map reveal. The other store is not happening. Sadly, there's not a fight indicated here, but maybe we'll make some scrap. Yeah, they offer to upgrade the sensor system we don't have. So, off to the store. They don't have any systems for sale. It is not what we wanted to see. Gonna buy the heavy laser to break Zoltan shields. I didn't mean to repair quite as much as that, but whatever. I could have got the charge too, but it's more expensive. I'd need to upgrade my weapons. And I feel like we can't really afford to make that kind of investment when we're so far behind. How much scrap have we made? We've made under 100 scrap again in this sector so far. We have 2, maybe 3 more jumps. Destroy and loot the ship. Cool, we get free stuff. If we don't get an extra jump after this, we're going to have to go to the exit from here. This could be the manually search event, and I'm trying to work out whether it's worth upgrading piloting for it. There's 4 different events it could be. If it's a fight with an auto scout, we probably just have to skip it because we can't. We have hardly any missiles left. The best options here probably aren't the manually search event. They're actually either the fight at either the boarding event, because you just get free stuff and deal with boarders. We can beat boarders easily. And there's also a fight where you can chase a ship containing fuel or ammo. Here we chased one containing ammo. Those fights are generally quite bad, but if you can crew kill, which we definitely can, Like, if I could pick if it was manually search and I could pick which crew, I would be fine, because I would pick my human, and if we lost a human, I don't care. But I really don't want to have manually search, get unlucky at 1 in 5, and lose my mantis. That would be a huge setback. So I'm trying to decide whether spending 20 scrap is worth doing. I think it isn't. I think if it is that event, we may just have to skip it, which sucks, because of course it's fucking that event. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm taking it. Okay, we lost our rock. Of course we did. So much for that. I got angry because this run is like going out of its way to annoy me. And I did a stupid thing because I was angry, and now we've lost our rock. Although our rock is not as essential as our mantis, but he was still pretty useful. I mean, I guess the way to look at it is we leave this sector with the same crew that we started with, but we've made under 200 scrap, and we haven't acquired either a medical unit or hacking, and now, well, we can't go to an abandoned sector, we'll just die. So we have to go civilian. This could be Force Zoltan 4, which will 100% kill us. So we really hope that this civilian sector is good. Normally I'd try to go to this nebula, but the nebula is likely to just be auto scouts. And we don't want that. Distress beacons are decent, although we've lost the rock that would have given us good options at some. Elder Refugees, great, it's a Zoltan shield ship. Well, we'll auto-fire our heavy laser, and as soon as the Zoltan shield is down, we will board, and we will absolutely wreck these people. Could you stop dodging everything, you stupid dickheads? They have dodged all of our shots. Hooray! We finally hit. We probably have to use a heal bomb now, by the way, before well, we definitely do now. But like, you know, our crew, even at 70 hit points, there was a risk when these Zoltans went pop, they would kill us. However, I want to wait until we actually have that broken. Okay. We got that off just in time, and then they bombed the system. Get over there, start killing these stupid fucking Zoltans with their stupid fucking dodge. I mean, at least they never bombed shields. That's the main thing. We got a double reward there, so it was worth it. It was very irritating. Start repairing that. You guys go get in there. Oh, that's not fixed. Of course, it's level 2, so we're a slug ship. I'm really worried about fighting more pirate ships like that, because like that one didn't have good weapons, at least. Like if that had, say, an Artemis missile or a flak and a heavy laser or something like that, it would have completely disassembled us. We are not surrendering our crew to slavers. We are going to absolutely murder you. We need to put a weapon put a missile into weapons. I'll learn to talk. To take one of these two out, ideally the burst 2. And we need to take the med bay out. I might do run around tactics to destroy the med bay. Yeah, we'll do that. This also pulls the pilot. Like, they're confused as to which of their crew should be in piloting right now, and that means they won't have any evade. There's even a vague possibility we could do this. Ah, your NG takes 30 points. Unfortunately, we didn't take out the weapon that I wanted us to take out, but, you know, one burst laser 2 on its own shouldn't do too much to me. Do I need to do distraction Problem is, this NG is too low on health for me to easily do distraction tactics, too. I think I need to just Artemis missile that room, honestly. Just keep that charged up. Okay, good. That room's on fire. Can we kill this guy before the burst 2 fires again? Okay, we did, and we got our rock back. See, we never lost our rock. No one can prove that this isn't the same rock we had before. I think that's probably the right play here. We can do that and still... this is very early for me to go level 3 teleporter, but it is very valuable when you have a 2-tile teleporter to just be able to get people over there absolutely as soon as possible. And especially with our, you know, minimal ability to deal with weapons, and with our minimal ability to heal as well. We just want to overwhelm numbers quickly. We can do this and still have enough that we can buy a medical unit if there's a store like at the next jump. Cool, free stuff. There are no stores back there, so we're going to keep jumping forward. We've seen this, we haven't seen this, so we're going to go here. These people might have an anti-personnel drone. I'm also concerned about what they might be hacking. Well, I've hacked my weapons. They don't have an anti-personnel drone, that's good. We can probably do this without using our weapons at all. We just board our second lot of people into there, fight 4v3 and win. Shouldn't take any damage at all unless they bomb our shields, and I don't think they're going to even get the time to do that. I suppose this fire drone could do annoying stuff as well. Well, we're getting loads and loads and loads and loads of crew. That's all we're getting in this run. Have we had a single drop? Oh yeah, I was going to say we haven't had a single drop, but that's not true. We've had a system repair drone drop, and other than that, every single drop we've had in this run has been crew. I mean, there are worse, at least, it could be worse. We could have nothing but crew drops on a ship that isn't a boarding ship. But I'd still like to have something other than just crew. You are my new engines person. Oh yeah, we don't have our oxygen on. You are going in there, you are going in there. And you are going on doors. Still no store. There could be one here, so I'm going to go here. We should have a lot of options at distressed places. So we don't have an NG, but we have every other crew type pretty much. Well, we don't have Lanius or Crystal. We have a lot of different crew types, I mean to say. We're going to board right away, and then they won't board us. And we can just overwhelm them quickly. I'm gonna try to preserve missiles, I think. Just let them fire this missile at us. We'll win this 2v2. Just swap. We don't even need to send second boarders. Yep. We take one Artemis missile. Buy a power bar so I can more easily run everything. This could be cannibals, we can lose crew. I don't want to lose crew again. Have we seen this beacon? No, we haven't. Did we ever see this one? I'd be really annoyed if that's a store and we somehow missed it. But... oh man, this is such an awful fight. If we had a way through the Zolt, if we had Zoltan Shield bypass, we could win this so rapidly. But they've got engine hack, 5-shot volley, and the fucking. We're gonna need to use missiles to break the Zoltan Shield faster, so we can just win this fight. And that sucks. If this ship dodges like the last Zoltan Shield ship does, we are in huge trouble. We can't even run away quickly because our engines are hacked. Get over there now, kill them. End this stupid nonsense. Start charging the heal ball. I did not like that fight. And we're down to 5 bombs. Which is all the healing we have. Okay, we've got a store. We need to go to this store. Please have a fucking clone bay. They have no systems again. We could buy a second heal bomb, hooray. This explosive replicator would have been really useful at the beginning of the run. Unfortunately, like, explosive replicator has the effect that it basically duplicates the number of missiles that you have, which is really, really useful if you already have a good quantity of missiles. You know, if we had 15 missiles, it would effectively be giving us another 15 missiles, but we don't. We only have 5. Take a quick look that there's not another store nearby. There is. I want to get the flak. So we're getting that. We can still sell the heal bomb for a clone bay if there is one at that store. We don't have good pathing here, unfortunately. We kind of have to lose jumps. There, I think is best. We'll hold off on upgrading our weapon system enough to use that flak just because, while I'd like to be using flak heavy 1, that would take me out of being able to afford a medical unit. At this point, even if that thing has, okay, I'm glad that that was actually scrap and not another crew member. Thank God there was a clone bay. Hallelujah. Clone bay. Do we sell the heal bomb now? think we do. Yeah. I'd like to keep it because it is kind of useful, but I really need to get my ship upgraded. I think from here we might be okay, as long as the next sector is not a Zoltan sector, which it might be. And we could potentially survive that, it's just it's really, really bad. Because we now have good weapons, I'd like to upgrade them again to bring the Artemis missile into play. But I mean, we can use this to break Zoltan shields. We have to go to the exit, I think. Or do we? No, we actually don't, I don't think. And if we have to dive at the exit, well, it is a nebula dive, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay, so now that we actually have weapons, this fight is not very dangerous. We don't need to board. Although we could board, because of course we now have a combat. I'm gonna actually take the weapons out first, even though they're running away. Okay, they can never flee. We have smashed that permanently. We mistimed that a little bit, because our heavy laser travels faster than the flak. I'd like to now get 80 scrap. If you've been watching my videos, I'm sure you know what I want to do with 80 scrap. Okay, good. It's a civilian sector. I mean, there are still dangerous things that can happen in these, but they're not as consistently dangerous. We're in a big nebula. We can now take the manually search event if we find it again, because we have a clone bay. I think we go here, 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 there, and then down. Manually search. That is really, really good. Like, borders are a joke for us to deal with. You know, we have so much crew. You two get in there. Are too low on health, preventing you. Hooray! There's not a store there, which is good, because that means we have multiple more jumps to get scrap. Ideally, we don't see a store until after we do all these bottom nebula jumps. We will actually probably want to go here, 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 and then we can go out this way, which gives us the most options. It'll depend. If we see a store like right there, we might lose one nebula jump to go out of it. But we want to get 80 scrap and go to a store so that we can buy the best system in the game. Attack this ship. This ship is very, very vulnerable to boarding. We should be able to kill them before that missile ever fires. We'll fire the Artemis missile up, I guess, just in case, but they've hacked my the room, I would be sending another border from, so let's just do weapons guy instead. Doesn't really matter what crew we're using here, as long as we just have sufficient numbers to kill these two before that missile fires. Yeah, it's a Hermes missile, it got off. Damn it. I didn't micropause well enough there. I could have jumped right to the next beacon and saved myself three hull there. Of course, my crew wouldn't have been maxed. My boarding crew would not have been maxed there. So I don't know whether that would have been worth it. But yeah, I probably should have done that. Should I upgrade the Colombe? No, that would take me below hack buffer. Like, I'd like very much to upgrade my Colombe, but I can't quite do it yet. If I weren't so low on missiles, I would have shot one and knocked that off. It would have been guaranteed to take it out. But oh well. Solar flare. Zoltan shield ship. However, our weapons now strip Zoltan shields very quickly. We're going to have a bit of a hard time though taking these weapons down. And they have a med bag. Get the Artemis missile up. Don't need the flak anymore. I don't want to do distraction tactics to break the med bay because these weapons are too dangerous and it takes too long. I want this to be the only time this fires. And it should be. Yeah, we got it. I'm not going to bother venting my people here. Their health is still quite high, and I don't want to get hit with multiple solar flares while we're waiting. You want to board into weapons and just smash this stupid thing. There's a danger it hits our Colombe because we have level 3, because we have level 3 teleporter. We'll be back in time anyway. God, you people are annoying. Run you two out of there. Are you kidding? We need to warp them back because otherwise they could both die. Rockman, go help with that. Oh, damn it. I forgot they were going to cloak again. Shit. That was a complete misplay for me. We might need to abandon this nebula early to just get heals because we're getting beaten up rather badly here. Okay, that's down, so we won't take any more damage, and the one good thing is, because that's an Artemis missile, while it's bad because it does 2 damage, once the weapons are smashed, they can't just immediately bring it back up while our weapons are not ready. I don't see a store. That doesn't take me below hack. does take me below cloak buffer, but I don't know that I can do anything about this. Like, I need to do something that if I'm gonna stick around here, I need to do something to make sure I don't just die if we fight, you know, one bad ship. Like a Zoltan Shield ship with an Artemis missile would be extremely bad. Having clawed back from that terrible start, I don't want to lose the run because I get greedy. We've seen all of these jumps. We haven't seen... Oh no, we have seen that one. So I think the way to go might be here, here, and then here. And that sees the entire sector. It's annoying to lose these nebula jumps. But it would be even more annoying to die. Ugh, I hate doing this. I'm going to accept this. These people have drones. And if they had, like, multiple attack drones, we could definitely die to that fight with our low hull. Aid the civilian ship. We're not trying to preserve ammo here. We're definitely firing everything to take that stupid missile down. Kill the border while they're on my ship. Yeah, that's why I fired everything there, because I wanted to make certain that I knew there was a possibility 2 damage wasn't going to be enough to knock the missile off. Well, I might as well let them fight the fire. As soon as they're done doing that, we board. I could have boarded with my rock while that was going on, but whatever. My Mantis is gonna die when the Zoltan goes pop. The Mantis might even lose to the NG here. Getting lots of scrap here. We just need to hit a store so that we don't die to scratch damage. Okay, we found a store, thank goodness. We might even now be able to go back and hit like one of those. Probably not. Even if this store has nothing good at it, even if it doesn't enable us to, you know, get hacking or cloaking or something like that, we can heal, and that's all we really need to absolutely make sure to do. Since we have 2 other stores coming up here, I'd rather have hacking than cloaking. In addition to the fact that obviously if I buy cloaking, I can barely get any repairs. Like I could repair, this is how far I could get if I just did that. That's not far enough, whereas if I'm aiming for hacking, I can repair pretty much all the way. I won't, I'll repair 25. And this way I have a buffer. I have 2 other stores to go to. We have good odds that one of them will have hacking at it. And hacking is a stronger boarding support than... I mean, cloaking and hacking are both amazing. They're the 2 best systems in the game. But hacking does so much for you when you're doing boarding. We board right into shields. No, they're still going to send somebody over, but they literally have 2 engines. We'll take like 1 missile here. Get a bit more dodge. Our missile actually hit one of their lasers on the way, but whatever. I want to vent these 2. Nah, I won't do it this time. Our missiles are back above into double digits for the first time in a while. I wish we would not keep fighting so many Zoltan Shield ships. This especially not Zoltan shield ships that hack our fucking shields and have missiles. That's almost certainly an Artemis missile, by the way. Yeah, it is. No, you don't get to knock... You fucking assholes, you don't get to knock my Artemis missile off. Get over there now. I'm glad we have stores after this. Get in there, block them from repairing that. Very good dodge. You get in there, and you go over there, because I don't want my Mantis in there when they go pop, in case. Same here. Because I was worried about them missiling my Klondike. I drag them into different rooms, or... Okay, it's fine. They're not going to missile my Klondike. They're going to be dead. Oh, I did not like that fight. We took a lot of damage. Like, if we had had that fight before the store, we're just dead there. We took 12 damage in that one fight. But fortunately, we did get a store, and therefore we're alive. Like, the fact that they hit my weapons twice before we could really chew through their Zoltan shield left us with very little in the way of defense other than just boarding and killing their crew as rapidly as possible. Without the Artemis missile, we're completely fucked there as well. You heal. Okay, we took 11 damage there, actually, not 12. I have counted again and realized my mistake. We did get a serviceable weapon out of that. Like, we can upgrade to 5 and use flak, heavy, and charged laser in fights where we're aiming to use our conventional weaponry, and that's pretty solid, especially if we can get hacking at one of these two stores. We don't really have anything to sell, but we have 180 scrap, so we can make do with that. Okay, store number 1. You don't have hacking, but you have another flak. We're gonna get that. That doesn't take us below. I'm gonna actually sell the charge laser. Like, flak heavy is fine. Actually, should I hold on to that? I might actually hold on to that. 27 scrap isn't really doing anything much. I'll decide at the next store. 27 on its own isn't doing that much for me right now. And potentially, like at the end, we could get rid of the Artemis and use flak, charge, heavy. That's quite strong. For fuck's sake, where's my hacking? You stupid assholes. That's 3 different stores. Well, I'm going to buy the backup battery to remove it from the pool. I'll do this. I have 2 more jumps before I get out of the sector. If we see hacking early in the next sector, we'll have gained more scrap by then. We could theoretically sell the Artemis and the, do I want to do this? I don't think I can afford to. Unfortunately, launching a military grade into their mines is not what we call union friendly. I'm sorry, comrades. I wish I could show you some solidarity, but unfortunately we need our missiles. So, long live the Union, but we need our missiles. And we get no scrap. Well, this ship can't hurt us, but it can annoy the hell out of us. And it's probably going to. How the fuck are we gonna knock this down? I guess we need to just fire our 2 flaks and hope we can take this down. They have a fucking repair drone. They have a fucking repair drone. Oh god, that's so annoying. Get in there, kill the repair drone. Swap around. I want to kill the repair drone. Break that so we can send more boarders. Kill the repair drone. Steals the civilian supplies. Unfortunately, we took 2 damage instead of getting the good result, but whatever. You get vented. I'll leave the Slug, that health is quite nice, and besides, they're gonna get 2 with lots of healing. They're also a secondary border. It's not as essential that your secondary borders are back to max, although it is helpful. If we can't find a store early next sector, we're going to have to get the next level of shields, because having no hacking or cloaking and only level 2 shields this late in the game is a bit spooky. Neither of these have very many stores, unfortunately. We're going Mantis, because their weapons tend to be weaker, but this isn't really what I wanted to see. Okay, we get 2 stores. We want to take 1 or 2 more jumps so we can get scrap. It looks like we can only really get 1. If we want to do both stores, which we do. Unfortunately, that did not give us a chance to earn scrap, so if there's hacking at one of these, we'll have to sell the charge laser, which is easily worth it. Finally, we have hacking. Get more fuel. This store is kind of worthless to go to, but whatever. Yeah, there's some good stuff here. I wouldn't mind the burst 1 to replace the weapon we just sold, but unless we get like a double scrap reward at one of these, and I don't even know that it would be worth backtracking for it anyway. So let's just spend the rest of this sector building up our scrap. We want hacking too, we want the next level of shields. We're not getting cloaking this sector, so we do want the next level of shields soon. Let these 2 come over, and then we board into shields. We can vent you 2. If we fire an Artemis missile now, are we going to knock... That weapon will be closer to being charged. And therefore I think they'll take this down and leave that up. Okay, well they dodge, so it doesn't matter. Let's buy time. I don't care that I'm fighting in a vented room, that will kill them faster, which is useful. Because, yeah, as soon as we kill them, the fight's over. I really wish I had long-range scanners here. The information that I've been tracking indicates that Mantis controlled is one of the sectors that benefits a lot from having long-range scanners. Not as much as Mantis Home, which is ridiculous and does so much better with long-range scanners than without them. But Mantis-controlled sectors definitely are much, much better, because I think a lot of the jumps where they don't have fights are just completely empty. They don't have like events where you can possibly earn scrap like say a civilian sector will often do. So having the ability to spot the ship fights is particularly valuable here, but we'll make do. Aid the civilian ship, absolutely. These people can't board us, bizarrely. We're gonna just hack and board. And now we fight at numerical advantage. We might take like a point of damage for the burst 2, and indeed we do take a point of damage for the burst 2, but whatever. We got another Mantis. That completes our crew. We have a double Mantis team to start with, then we can go to Rock and Human, then we have Slugs we can send over. Basically everyone except the pilot and the Zoltan. You two get vented. Next up I want to upgrade weapons for Flak Heavy. I would only generally do that in fights where I'm not boarding, so I don't need to worry as much about power, because in fights where I'm doing that, I take these 3 out. But I do still need a little bit more power. You go in there, you're just going to stand here and be right next to the teleporter for my second wave. So yeah, this is my boarding setup, and this at the moment is my non-boarding setup, and soon enough it'll be that, but I'll use the heavy laser by turning the oxygen off. A pulsar, great. And it's a pulsar that of course has fucking offensive drones. But they don't have a medical unit, so let's just board. And we can hopefully kill this ship like really fast. They have fucking double missiles as well. Why haven't I hacked? You goddamn idiots. Put a missile into there, also send my other boarders over for the love of God. So we're going to take a bit of damage from this beam drone. There's not a great deal we can do about that. Please hurry up and kill these guys. How about that? Go and fix things. Also, Zoltan, go in there. And it doesn't matter that it's a pulsar, because we have the Zoltan standing watch. We have enough scrap now to upgrade our weapons, but unfortunately we can't do it. Because we are at a hostile event. Depending on how much scrap we get in the next beacon, we might literally choose to upgrade our shields first instead, because we do take, like, we only need to use those weapons in certain scenarios, and we will take quite a lot of damage in some fights if we can. I mean, there it wouldn't have made much of a difference. 1, 2, let's go here and then probably up and bounce around. This is the ship collector event. If we let them run away, we'll get a weapon, guaranteed weapon drop at the second jump. I think that's worth doing. The layout for the rest of this sector is fairly favourable. We should be able to get pretty much anywhere they might put the quest beacon. Now the second fight is often quite tricky, but I think we can survive it. So I'm gonna actually, we won't board, we're gonna do double flax and try to chuck him into that weapons room and just do that over and over again. Stop them from breaking that system until it bends. Yep, and they're gonna run their FTL charges pretty much immediately. It's like the one event in this game, except they're, for some reason, instead of just leaving, they decided to board me again. Whatever. Come on in, let's party. Please hurry up and just go up there. When this gets fixed, they'll run because they'll only have one room damage, but until then... I was worried that would happen, but I kind of didn't want to take more friggin' bombs. They could theoretically, like, bomb this room, kill Narth here, and then bomb the clone then. Now we can't afford to shoot again. So we'll just have to deal with it. I'm not sure what bomb that is anyway. It might be an ion bomb or a stun bomb, in which case that wouldn't be a thing that could happen. It is an ion bomb, okay, we're safe. So as soon as they repair the teleporter, they'll run that guy into the piloting room and flee. No, you bombed my Mantis, just as I was worried about. After them. Okay, that's good. That's like the last jump before we leave the sector. Let's do this, get our weapons up. Since we didn't get any scraps there, that's the preferred option. And now we want to get our shields up. No, crap, I should have vented people. Well, it doesn't matter, we're not going to really be relying on boarding here. I want to hack these weapons, they're quite dangerous. Whenever the enemy rolls doubles of the same weapon, it's quite bad because, you know, they do dumb stuff with their volleys usually. And you can take advantage of that. For fuck's sake, really? Well, we need to fire piloting right now because we can't afford to let them run away. Fortunately, our weapons are fast enough that we should be able to fire them. Okay, we can't actually. We were nearly there. Yeah, we took 1 damage. What shit reward are we getting there? Yeah, 22 scrap. Fucking forward scouts. I don't need to vent you, you're fine. You're fine as well. We have 3 here. I don't want to dive with these terrible engines. Actually, I think I only have 2 jumps. It looks almost like I have 3, but it's deceptive. Well, this is a nothing event. We'll let our secondary boarders take the damage here because I want to actually, in the coming fight against the ship collectors, I'm probably going to use the Artemis missile for that fight. Depends on what weapons they have. Because if you do too much damage, it triggers them to run away again. And while they're not as fast as they are in Part 1, they're still pretty fast. So we'd ideally just put like one volley into weapons and one into their med bay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's not an option here because these weapons are too good for that. So let's do this. Hack their weapons to buy time for our volley. We can at least kill these two when they're over here. Because, like, we'll do this. Fight 4v2. Are you joking? Well, 2v1 in there. Get you out of there for a moment. Yeah, they won't master jump signature this time because I won't let them. They're not getting away. And yeah, that's why I quite like the ship collector quest. So we're gonna have flak, heavy burst 2 at the end of the game. Like we don't, with those we don't even need to board. We can just utterly crush enemies with conventional weapons. It's just a matter of making sure we don't die before that can happen. Because we are getting a little bit low in hull again, and we still don't have the shields up. We still don't have cloaking. Like we're just generally behind on scrap. Because we got off to such a bad start. Last sector was great. This one, well, the scrap totals haven't been that high in this sector, but obviously the quality of the drop there is utterly fantastic, and we did get another Mantis. Wait until everyone is cloned, because there could be a fight at the exit. We've got the combat drone to sell. We still don't want to get rid of the Artemis missile because until we're ready to actually bring all of our weapons, or conventional weapons, into play, we don't want to use that. We don't want to use that. We want to keep open the option of using that for knocking out systems while we board. Acquire. Is upgrading piloting worth 14 scrap? It saves me 6. Is there anything it takes me away from that I could actually afford? Kind of takes me away from the third shield. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not sure that this is the right idea. Civilian for sure here. We're running out of fuel amongst other things. Okay, we have a store here. We can't get cloaking at it, but we want to go there anyway for repairs and for fuel. Man, there's so many good weapons available in this run. You just want to hit as many jumps as possible. Oops. I clicked the wrong jump there. That's unfortunate. How do we want to do this? Board in there, I think. Also hack in there to buy time. As long as we can smash that completely, this weapons completely, we're totally safe. Okay, that can't actually hurt us, so let's just prepare to clone. No dodging. $50 scrap is really nice, and we know where that store is, so we can farm up 70 more, and then hit it. And then we can go through this giant nebula where hopefully that piloting buffer thing we got a moment ago pays off. I think here, here, possibly here, there. Yeah. No, we can't do that. Oh man, are you fucking joking? These have been really bad jumps for scrap. I have one non-nebula jump. I mean, I could do this, this, and the store. I think that's my best option. I need to go to the store so that I don't run, for fuck's sake. I need to go there so I don't run out of fuel. Okay, attack the pirate. We can kill this with boarding, we just hack the missiles. Use an Artemis maybe to also... knock something offline if it becomes necessary. Let you through. I'll have this done faster than it can, as fast as it can be. I think I don't need to use any missiles here. 4v1. Yeah. Cool, double scrap reward. And we have just enough time to get to the store. Show me cloaking. Hooray! I wonder actually. My cloaking. This is not something I would often do, but I think I'm going to sell the burst laser too for that heavy laser. Because the thing is, to bring the burst laser 2 into play, we would need to spend an extra, like, if to do flak, flak, heavy, heavy, we just need 75 more scrap. We can do that. We would need an extra 90 to bring the burst laser 2 into play, and considering how low in scrap we've been on this run, like, we're still, our shields and engines are still the same that they were back in Sector 1. We are really behind on that and need to improve them. So I think we are effectively, we have to spend 50, we have to spend an extra 10 scrap to buy this, because we're getting 40 from selling the burst 2, but we are saving 80, which is effectively saving the purchase cost of a burst 2. So I would not do this in the vast majority of runs, but this is one where it's actually the case. So yeah, sell that. Buy the heavy laser. supply all this fuel. Bring that on. We're going to keep the Artemis for just a moment because we still don't have the heavy laser up yet. And also, even when we bring it up, we are kind of behind on power. Okay, so we got this big nebula. What was that quest again? I don't remember. Our ship is... Well, it's got, I was going to say it's underpowered, but it really isn't. It has the best systems and ridiculously good weapons. But... it is so behind in many ways. I want to run 2 shield bubbles here. Do this, actually. Yeah, like this is a case where our lack of power is really hurting us. Okay, we got a breach in there. And in there, cool. We don't even have level 1 dodges for our engines guy because we've just been boarding obsessively. I'm gonna buy power for the next couple of jumps. Because I'd like to be in a position... There's no point upgrading our weapons until we get into a situation where we could both run the boarding and these. And then once we're in a position where we could do that, we can upgrade weapons, use flak heavy, and just get rid of the armors. I'm gonna dive in this sector. We need more scrap. The exit is in a nebula. We can't use the Artemis missile here. Like, this is a situation where we'd really like to have more power. You go stand in there. God damn it. There we go. Okay, those are smashed. Let's board. You can now go up there. You can go here. We just need to break the med bay and we'll be able to win this. Get in there. That was a little stressful, but we made it. And are we in a position where we can't tell right now because we're in a low power environment? But I think we must now be in a position we can run like hacking and the teleporter and still be able to run our weapons. What was this quest? I don't remember. It was an escort quest. Escort quest could just be a store. I'm just going to take these 3 beacons. First enemy that we've seen use mind control. Yeah, we have enough for everything now. Like, if we run battery, we can power everything. If they didn't have mind control here, maybe we'll try to put a breach in that, because we could theoretically use it for training. Nah, I don't think it's going to be feasible. Oh well. That's a lot of fucking dodges. Stop that. Oh cool, we got an ion bomb. We will just sell that, but it's a nice drop. We need one more fight to get our other heavy laser into play, and then we can finally work on our defenses. This ship has level 4 shields, but you know what they don't have? A med bay. They're gonna board me. Rush a bunch of guys over to deal with that. People board and start murdering this NG with extreme murderingness. We haven't taken the missile off, unfortunately, but I'd really like to send the rock, but it's gonna take them forever to get over there. So I just send 2 slugs. Which of you is the actual weapons guy? You're the weapons guy. Send these 2. They don't have skills that are particularly valuable. I mean, we may be able to kill these guys by just firing on the roof again. Okay, we've taken the missile down, which is the most important thing. That buys us enough time that we can just use a rock. Our people will die here because there's all whatever, who cares. Very, very nice. Thank you, Artemis Missile. You have literally saved the run numerous times. But we can just go with these kick-ass weapons. Let's upgrade engines. The only reason we'll want to store in the next sector is to sell some of the scrap we've got. You have an actually useful skill. Let's not bet you. this run has gone quite fast for a boarding ship, which is not really that great a sign necessarily, because that indicates that I've probably not got very many jumps. But, that's how it goes. You know, we can't help but lose jumps when Sector 1 was as bad as that last one was. Now we can afford to do this. We don't need our missiles anymore. Rock controlled isn't great for Sector 7. At least we're protected from the live mine, and we do have rock for blue options. Hail them to see what's wrong, pay the damn price. I wish we could do that, but we can't. We don't actually have any scrap. So that just ends up being a lot of dialogue options to get nothing. These stupid assholes are going to cloak. I know they have a missile, but we need to cloak now. The Burst 2 and the Heavy 2 are such a dangerous combo, because this fires like a second after that. Let's board. We'll save the hack. We'll see if we can maybe knock this missile offline, but probably not. No, we couldn't. So we will hack it down. Get over there. They're gonna cloak again. But that will delay them firing. They might even synchronize the two weapons so that we can cloak both of them. Yep. Cloak. So we got out of that without damage, despite them having a very dangerous weapon setup, and our defenses being rather, you know, inadequate for this stage of the game. Yeah, I'll thank you. Start working on shields. We probably only get level 6 shields on this run, but I don't know, maybe the next sector will be incredibly lucrative. I'm somewhat skeptical with it being a rock sector, but I don't think there's very many events in rock sectors that give double scrap rewards that I can immediately think of. This way, it gives better options. Asteroid field with a fast missile. Ugh. They're gonna board us. They also have a med bay. We can vent there. Why did I not fucking hack quicker? Well, let's close that missile. Oh yeah. Only thing is, we don't want to fight in there because they're going to take no damage from the fires and we won't be so lucky. But that will burn their stuff down. Like, that Flak 2 is never firing. Oh yeah, that's auto firing. Well, now their weapons are out completely. They're healing in the med bay, and we're gonna fix that. And we'll win this now. Get over there. I'm gonna throw you out. I have a door slug that I can use as my secondary border. Nikos, you can just have this ship and go have adventures. So yeah, the new secondary team is the Rock and Nathan down here. Nathan doesn't have as good combat skill as Nikos had, so it won't be quite as good, but whatever. The Zoltan is a power bar, and a power bar is very, very valuable here because we are so far behind on scrap. Go to this distress and then I think I'm gonna hit here instead. I'd like to see a store just to sell the ion bomb and the Artemis missile. The Artemis missile. Cool, we got 54 scrap for doing absolutely nothing. Cool. Go here. Okay, we spotted the store. Do we want to hold scrap for it? Not really. There's nothing we need to buy at a store. Rock, cool. We get a blue option. Pair burst. We are saved. Get rid of that. I'd like to dive in this sector, but I'm not sure there's a way to do it. That we actually get extra jumps, unfortunately. Let's do this. I need to somehow get my evade training. I'm not that far off it. If we could get like an asteroid field fight, we could probably do it there. And this is a rock sector, so there's a good chance that we can do that. Instead, we get 5 free hull damage. This ship does not have very good weapons. And you've just boarded in a really stupid location. You also have no medical unit. I'm gonna probably farm dodges off this ship. Like, the only way it could hurt me is if these 2 shots both hit. And they then line it up with this. That doesn't happen that often. I can cloak when it does. Like there, they had them lined up and they still didn't actually manage to get them to hit me. Get you out of there. Keep venting these guys. Currently we're not getting the training because our pilot was not in there. Let's fix that now that those inconvenient boarders are dead. You must not have liked this guy, I guess. Are you gonna die yet? Yeah. Cloak. And now we run the Zoltan out and we get the power back. Right, so we're getting our dodges here. Oh, you people are determined. We could use a hacking drone to make us 100% safe here because we could just separate them if it looked like the shots were going to line up, but I don't feel like we need to do that. I could even get shield training here, but I'm not going to. It would take forever, and shield training is not really that valuable. That is about to go off. That will go off within an instant of us being on the cloak. Yeah, so we would have taken damage there had we not cloaked. However, now, because these take 13 and 17 seconds respectively, although their cloak is kind of forcing them close together, it would be nice if we could actually dodge some of these heavy Thank you. That's max piloting, so it's just max engines we need. We need 9 more dodges. They probably need to fire that thing like 15 times for that to happen, so we'll be here for a few minutes. And I can't just leave the room because they could hurt us. I need to keep open the option of cloaking. So I cannot go make myself a cup of tea as I would usually do while this is going on. Those are separated. We'd like to get hacking up next. We'd like to get cloaking up all the way. So that's 60 scrap for hacking. Another 80 for cloaking. We want power for all that. So the odds of us being able to afford level 8 shields in this run are extremely limited. Which is unfortunate. But we'll still win. How many more dollars? 4. We'll get some incidental shield training while we're doing this, but not enough to be relevant. One more. Very, very good. And we will smash these weapons once we've done that. I'm gonna actually use Slug and Rock as my first borders because my 2 mantises are quite badly injured. Apparently so was one of their guys. $63 scrap. That is enough for us to do this and this. Then these guys. We'd really like to get our Plun Bay up as well, but I mean that's we add that to the list of things that we really want to upgrade. Fuck's sake, I don't want to store. Is it worth doing a double dive to get these 2 beacons? I feel like it is, considering that I know, like we're diving anyway, and we can't do anything in the store. So, yeah, we're double diving in this sector, and hopefully those 2 jumps actually have scrap at them. Since we don't have long range scanners, we have no way of being able to tell whether they do. That one doesn't. This one does. We're not in danger here, we can cloak this. Don't really need to hack. Forward into there. Get you guys out of there. Do some cloak stuff. You guys can crush the weapons. They'll eventually warp back when they get vented too much. Well, we took a double dive to make 37 scrap. That quite sucks. I'm not gonna... Should I vent my guys? I mean, I'm not gonna be boarding, really, on either of these dives. So, no. I can potentially win these fights by just hacking. If I hack shields and dump everything into weapons, they're gonna get completely crushed. So let's just do that. Send the welcoming committee. Yeah, come on in. You delayed my hack too much there. Are you joking? This missile does 3 damage, and so does the ASB, so I'm gonna cloak the missile, because after all, the missile could hit my cloaking, and then I wouldn't be able to cloak the ASB anyway. So we're gonna get tagged here in all likelihood. Maybe we get lucky and dodge it. But of course not. And they managed to even line it up somehow so that their ordinary shots hit. That's fucking bullshit. How have we not managed to knock that off? Well, let's just wait here until our stuff comes off cooldown. Jump out before that missile hits us. Can actually not try fighting the humans. My people are too wounded. I don't want to have an ASB hit my club or something bollocks. See, that's what should have happened last time, and they pulled off some ridiculous dodge nonsense for it not to. Cloak. Dodges here have been absurd. But not absurd. Get me out. That sector sucked just as I thought it was going to, because rock sectors always suck. How much scrap did we make? We made 267 scrap in that sector. We made more than that in Sector 4, just by comparison, because Sector 4 was a civilian sector, which is a good sector, and Sector 7 was a rock sector, which sucks ass. Yeah, our most lucrative sectors in this game were 3, 4, and 6, which were all civilian sectors. The only exception was Sector 1, which is a sort of fake civilian sector, and of course, it had the abominable layout from Doom, so we obviously didn't make much scrap. You people can get vented. Actually, go and start trying to fix this. Oh no, they failed. These repair station locations suck. We're probably not going to have full health then when we fight the rebels. Because I don't know how we can ever get to any of these. The flagship is likely to take these over. 50 more for that. Get some more power. We'll move towards those and just hope that we can somehow get to one of them. Hack weapons. I've had enough of this trying to be a gunship and actually killing things. It's been horrendously backfiring on us. Here, you go over there and help. Let's board over there. Hack everything down. Get in there. Don't let my pilot die. He has valuable skills. Did I run you into the clone bay? I'm an idiot. Well, my rock managed to fight them off anyway. Cloaking's up. We'd really like to get the clone bay up as well. Or passive healing if nothing else. This way. I feel like the beacon count on this run is going to be really bad. Okay, we have an outpost. An outpost is a guaranteed double scrap reward. That is fantastic. We're just hacking these weapons down. No, don't fucking remove one of my heavy lasers, you stupid asshole. Why couldn't you remove something useless, like oxygen? Like, what do you think I'd rather do? Breathe or have a heavy laser? Ha ha ha, you don't get used to use the big missile on me. These weapons are really, really, really strong. Double scrap reward. Give me power. This is really weird. I did not expect the flagship to go here. I was sort of assuming they'd go via the repair. Oh wow, I did not realize this repair station is like all the way over here, so we're completely cut off actually. So yeah, we're not going to get to one of those repair stations. I mean, we could go like here, fight the flagship, and then go there, but then it would take the base over. Ugh. We might jump to the store and get just heal to full. So I don't know that it matters. Yeah, I'll think about that. You people are getting vented. Sword weapons. Break that stuff. You're never going to use that big missile on me. Go up here. Get out of there and spend it. Hooray! Crew dead. You have the novel experience of being vented on a different ship. Don't say I never look after you. Yeah, let's go to this store. Oh, we have another heavy laser. Get these 4 points of repair. Get that up. Try to get the oxygen up, and other than that, it's just power. I probably should have waited for you to finish flooding, but whatever. Looks like there's nothing here anyway. Should I jump here to try to get one more fight? I can jump back to this place and into the base. I think that's worth it. We really, really need more scrap. For fuck's sake. Well, I hope they don't hack my oxygen. Off to the base. We can't reset a bad hack. Why are you not? Yeah, that's okay. You're not supposed to be in engines, you're supposed to be in shields. They're almost certainly going to do annoying shit with the backup battery hack throughout this fight, like pulling weapons down or something like that. I nearly forgot to engage my hack. But nearly is not actually forgetting to engage my hack. Get over there. Nice dodging. Let's do this so that if they engage the backup battery hack right now, it will not pull down something I care about. Saving my weapons because I know they're about to cloak. Pull the man's back. I'm gonna fire at this again. Try to set like a fire or something like that. Yeah, that's good. You guys might actually die trying to put that out. You didn't, but guess what? You're gonna die trying to fight mantises instead. And this room is now the murder zone. They're going to come in. I'm even going to let them in so they don't damage the doors. And they're going to start losing, and then they'll try to run away, and they won't be able to because the doors are locked. They will eventually overcome my mantises, but by the time we do, we'll have killed multiple of them, and we'll just send our secondary squad over and repeat the process. Like, I think we might lose here. doesn't matter. Oh, for God's sake, that one got away. Ah! I lost track of where they were in their life cycle. I don't actually need to level 3 hack this room right now. I can just level 1 hack it. And yeah, the rock and the slug will keep this room from being repaired, and as long as they can't repair their missile artillery. Currently, the flagship outright can't hurt me. All it has is a triple laser. I have 3 shield blockers. We could go like this forever, and it wouldn't matter. You guys, no, don't go into shields, because then they'll prioritize defending that. I'll just use my mantis to kill these guys. I guess they'd already broken the doors. Well, let's break these doors down. Actually, let's... no, I don't want to keep the doors locked, because then they'd be able to escape from the mantises. If I do this, do they... Yeah, they still prioritize going in there, because they know the shield room has somebody in it. There we go. Their crew are dead. Getting shields. Take up that cloak. In all future phases, we will board missiles, we will hack shields, and we will just crush with our weapons as quickly as possible. Oh no, our crew died. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten. But for the O2, I don't know that we need to do that, considering that it's mostly to deal with the hack, which has already happened, or whatever. Open all our internal doors. I think here I'm going to just use teleporter 1. Because we'll board with the 2 mantises into missiles, and the slug and the rock can fight the border drone. Well, let's go. Do not let them smash my Columba, that would be annoying. Cool, missiles are down. Nice dodging. Slug pilots are just that good. We get this volley off and then cloak, yes we can. You guys come back, these guys are going to be dead before they get to do anything else of even remote importance. Cool. We can buy another power bar. They're gonna mind control somebody, that will be annoying. The Zolt shield also like blocks all of my special systems. At the moment, I don't have bypass. There's no point venting people, their crew are all dead, so the only issue is who gets mind control. It won't be one of my slugs, so... Not sure who the ideal is, probably this Zoltan. We could just kill the Zoltan. We'd lose a power bar, but whatever. We'll fight them at the base. mind controlled one of the mantises, that's more annoying. I'll let them wail on on the teleporter. At the moment, I can't do anything with the teleporter anyway. Once the Zoltan shield is down, they can like board shields. Cloak all this shit. We'll be able to cloak this. God damn it, we didn't get those down. Some of our shots actually collided with theirs in the air, so. Unless we have insane luck with dodges, we're going to take some damage here, but I don't think we can do much about that. Not quite, and they hit our weapons. No more damage for you. You cut that out. Also get this up. Cloak. Wow, that was a lot of dodging. I'm not sure if we even bothered to board in this phase, honestly. Of course, if they keep just dodging fucking everything, maybe it will be worth it. Ha ha ha, we dodge all your stuff. And we win on the next volley, so we took 1 damage. And we overcame the utterly bullshit Sector 1 and the not very good Sector 2, but we were able to win. Because if you have a boarding ship, you don't need as much to win. We did manage to avoid, you know, the nasty fights that really screw you over, particularly, you know, Zoltan shield guys with Artemis missiles. So we got a win with Slug P. That's another quite weak ship that we've got out of the way. Let's see what our score is. I don't think it will be very high at all. Yeah, 5,300. That's definitely on the low side. Look at our stats. We actually had way more beacons explored than I thought. That's a quite low ship. I suppose that's because of the big nebulas we had in some of the civilian sectors. But the ships defeated compared to beacons explored is very, very low. I don't think we saw long-range scanners at all in this run. I don't think we once had a chance to buy them in a store. And our scrap collected total was fairly low. But whatever, we got the win, we had absolutely kick-ass weapons. And that meant that the low scrap total didn't really matter too much. So, we won Slug B. We've got 7 in a row. We are 1/4 of the way through all the ships. Let's see what ship we're going to play next. 3, 2, 1, and go. Lanius A. Lanius A is very, very strong, so that shouldn't be too difficult. But we will do that next time. So I hope that you enjoyed Slug B, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.